In this video, I'm going to solve another problem on the jump game, but condition would be different. So you have been given one array and you have to always start from index 0, means the first element, and you have to reach the last element, to destination. Condition is that you can either jump one forward, one backward, or this is the third condition that I am going to explain you. So from here you can jump either the first forward, backward anyhow you cannot jump because this is the 0 index. So if you see, this is the index, right? So obviously you cannot come below the 0, so you can jump here. Here you cannot jump, and also you can jump with the similar value. So num I is equal to num j, but I and j should not equal. So from here, do we have any 100? Yes. So you can also jump here. Okay. So now my target is to reach here, right? So how we can do that? We will not go this way. We will take this path, and from 100 I will come this path. So when you come from this 100 to this 100, this is one step. From this 100 to 404, second step, and from here we can directly come here. So this is the third step. So output is equal to 3. And for better understanding, take from here how you can go. So from here 11 to 12 we will go 22. From 22 we can directly jump this 22, and from 22 we can jump to the end of the array, right? So this is the 1, 2 and 3. So answer is 3. So how we can do that, right? So you have to visit all the node to find out the best possible solution, right? So suppose if you are on the index 0, if you case here, so you are on the index 0, right? So where you can go? You can go plus minus 1, and right now value is the 100, right? So from here you have the 3 possibilities. Each node you have the 3 possibilities, whether those possibilities varied or not. So minus 1, 0 minus 1, you can come minus 1 index. 0 plus 1, you can come on the first index, and the index of the 100. So what is the 100 index? This is the 4. So also you can come on the 4th index. Again from here plus minus 1, plus minus 1, plus minus 1, and anyhow this is not valid minus 1. We can't go the backward. 1, and once you visit, you have to mark as a visited. So now this is already visited. We should not visit it again, right? So from here 1, we can again go 0, 1 minus 1, 0, 2, 1 plus 1, 2, and what is the value of 1? Minus 23. And minus 23 on which other index? This is index second. We have already taken the index second, right? From the 4, if you say, this is the 4, right? Plus minus 1. So if you say minus 1 plus 1, and 4 value is the another 100, another is on the 0 index, right? So in this way you have already visited this one, so make it mark is visited, right? This 0 discard because you have already visited. From the 2, where you can go to again plus minus 1, plus minus 1, plus minus 1. So from 2 we can come 2 minus 1, 1, 2 plus 1, 3. What is the value of 2? Minus 23. So we can also go the 1 already we have taken, right? In this case, if you see, we have already visited the 1, so this is also discarded. We have this one visited, so 2 is also visited, right? So 1 is already visited, we will not go that. From here, if you see the 3 plus minus 1, so 2, 4, and what is the value of 3? 404. 404 is which index? 9 index. So we should also come on the 9th index, right? Take from here again. So it will go the breadth first search kind of. So 2 has already visited, no need to visit. 4 we have already visited, no need to visit. And if you see 9, 9 is our destination. So we could reach the destination, and we can say that we could reach the destination with this help of this one. So this is the way to work that. This is the traversal. So how we are going to solve that? We will use the breadth first search, right? Here, here, there, right? And you know, when you do the breadth first search, we need the implement to queue, right? Use the queue. But before that, how you will get this value? How you will get this value? This value means, if you see 100, if you are in is this position, 0 position, so plus minus 1 I can do. But how you find out that what is the similar value in this array? So in this case we have to visit the 4 index, right? How you will know? So for that we have to create one map, and in the map we have the key and we have the value. In the key you give all the unique value for this array, right? The 100, and see 100 are how many places, index. So this is the 1 and another one is the 4. Second, minus 23. This is on the 1 and the 2. Another value 4 not 4. This is on the index 3 and the 9. Then 100 we have already taken. 23. 23 is on the index 5, 6 and 7, and we have the last is 3, that is on the index 8. So you have to make it. So when you give the key, this one, they will return the 2 index, right? And whenever you visit this index, that time you have to clear out. So you should not have the duplicate visit, right? These things you are going to implement. So let us run one dry run, and then we can see how it works, how we are going to implement. Now that is the most important part. We are going to see the implementation, how we can do that. So keep in mind, we have this map already created, what I showed you. For the 100 we have the 0 and 4, similar the things that I have already shown you. So what I will do, I will take one queue. This is our queue, and we start from the first index, index 0. Okay, and from here, first put into the index as we do in the BFS, take it out, while q, this is the q if, is empty. Means we have to do this exercise until q is empty. When you take out this I, so when you take the first q, then see from here how many places you can go. So from here we can go the -1. Okay, take the -1. -1. We can go to the here -1 and the 1. We can go to the 2 places, and we can also go the 4 places, right? This is another traversal, right? Now this part is finished. When you complete the one traversal, put the step is equal to 1. So I have to count how many steps we are taking, right? So now we came here, this is done. Now in this queue we have the 3 things, right? So every time you have to find out what is the size of queue, because you have to take care for all the element in the queue right now. So you have to do the for loop from 1, from 0, whatever, till size, because you have to do the same activity what you have done for this one for all the 3 elements. At that time also you have to check whether this element is valid or not. In this case 1 is not valid. So how you will do that? So first and foremost, take the size of the queue, then run one loop from here to here, or for the time being take this is j, and I take the q is equal to, take the first data of the in I. So this time in I will have the -1, and as I shown in the graph, you have to find out the 3 things. The value, what the value of here, that value, because anyhow this is not the valid, so I will check the condition this is not the valid, right? But if you check, suppose this is the one, you check at this value what is the data in that map list. So in this case, if you see the one is 23. If you have seen that 23 was have the 1 and the 2, right? So here you have to find out the list, because we make key as an integer and value would be the list, because we have the many one. So for this one index we have the 2 value. So take the list, suppose list is the indices, and suppose this map name is the catch. So in the catch you find out get nums I, means what is this indices you have to find out. So in this indices you will get the 1 and 2, right? And this is the one part finish, because you have to see the 3 part plus minus indices part finish. In this indices also we can add the 2 things. What is the 2 things? That I plus 1 and add I minus 1. So these things we have done that. Then now in this indices we have the 4 value, 1, 2, and then if you have here 1, so again I plus 1, I minus 1, 4 value. So again you have to make one for loop for all the 4 indices, and you have to do the same thing. And when this is going to terminate, so once you get the I value here, you check if your I equal to dot length minus 1, means this 9 value. The moment you get it, if condition, then return the step. Otherwise after every for loop you have to increase the step, because I have to count this part here. S is equal to 1, S is equal to 2, whatever is here it will again go here, right? So if you take the example for 1, from 1 I can come to 0, from 1 I can come to the 2, from 1 I can to the 2, right? Same for the 4. For the 4 we can come to the 3, we can come to the 5, and 4 value is the 9 also, we can come to the 9. So this is the step 1, step 2 and step 3. And doing this traversal, that time I would have reached my the destination, and step would be the 3. If this logic is not clear, we will see in the code, then we might get good understanding. So now first what we do, we make one hash map, right? So take all the element, before that we need one hash map, right? So hash map, and of course the key would be integer and value would be the integer of the list of the integer, right? So then give the name cache something, hash map, right? So in this hash map there are the many way, but I am giving some using the functional program, you can do it easy. You have to use compute if absent. One method is there, and that input is the your key. If suppose this key is not there, so you can pass this key, and also you can pass the one parameter, or you can say anything, value. So what value should be there if key is present, if key is not present, if key is absent? So what you have to do, you have to create new array list, right? And then you have to add the element. What element here? I, because all the indexes are for that particular value, you have to do that. That's it. So now we got the cache. Another one, we have to use one hash set for the visited, which are the element already visited, right? So in this I will keep all the indexes, so you can give the name visited and new hash set. And also I need one step, how many steps it is required. And also we need one queue, right, to implement the VFS. So take one queue and we will keep all the integer, right? So give this name as a q new int list. So we have initializing everything. Now first what we do, keep the first element in the queue. So q dot add the first indexes. As we already entered into indexes, we have to also make it visited. So next time we should not take care for the index 0. So now as we do in VFS, we will check till our queue is empty. And first I will take the size, because as I showed on the whiteboard, we have the 1 size, right? So n is equal to q size. Once we get the size, you have to make the for loop for put the j here till number, because I have to take all the elements. And now we have particular the windows in the queue, right? So take the first element, all the element you have to iterate. So I took the first index, first for particular window size, q dot pull. So you will get the first index. After getting the first index, you have to check whether this index is the target index or not. So if I is equal to nums rent is equal to -1, then we return the step here itself. If it is not there, then we have to find out the three things, I plus 1, I minus 1, and that or the list of integer, whether the value would be matching, right? Nums I is equal to nums j. So take integer indices. How you will get? We will get from cache. So we get cache, and the cache what you have to pass? We have to pass the nums and the current index. That's it, right? Now in the indices we have all the matching element matching number. So what I will do, that for easy calculation in this indices I will also add the I plus 1, I minus 1, and then take care of the all together. So what I will do, indices add I plus 1, indices I minus 1, right? So now in the indices I have all the element that you have to take care. So go for the for loop k, from k I will directly do the indexes. I will get all the number from here, and first you check that indices should not raise than the 0, because left side you cannot move beyond the 0. So k always is greater than 0 and should also raise than the number of arrays, right? So k should always raise than nums dot length -1, because I am not taking the equal, so you can do the length only. And third condition, this should not be already visited. Visited contains, this case should not be there. If this is the case, then I will add this element in the queue and I will make this element visited. That's it, because I'm definitely sure that this must be in the must be reached the last of index, so that will be only will be take care from here. But as we have returned the int, so we have to, for that we have to return the anything to just fulfill this criteria. So I will return -1. Now when it program, see it's work or not, or something, any syntax mistake would be there. Yeah, it says that vegetated one, visited. So we say we have not visited, spelling mistake, visited, right? And also what it is here, it is saying that here should be the j, right? Yeah. Now, so okay, it's saying something the problem, right? Let me check again logic if we do have any mistake here. So I took the n and then going to the I, right? And I will check the I indexes, catch dot num I and I plus -1, and the indices k contain this one and the k visited, right? So, and after the for loop you are not making the step plus, right? So this is the small mistake we have done, because every time after one windows of queue we have to increase the size, right? Okay, so still some mistake is there, so we have to check that why this mistake is happen. So it is good to have some bugs during the code. I, if it is written minus I, right? So we are making after not this for loop, sorry, after this for loop, because this is our main thing, right? Yeah, hope this time it should work. It's working fine. If you want to check some another number, so let me check this number whether this work or not. So I took this number, change the test cases and see if it is working or not. Yeah, should it work fine, then we can submit and see it is accepting or not. It works fine, then go and submit it. Anyhow, I have already tested it, so it must work. It should work. Yeah. Oh, time exceed, because we have something we have not taken care for the visited element. So I visited here also and visited here also, and making the condition if it is not visited. Yes, after all the indices, so what you have to clear the indices, right? We have already discussed, and but I forgot to in the code. So indices dot clear, right? Every time once you complete that particular value, you should clear it. Indices. Good, we find all the three things to improve our code. Not is accepted, so you can see this is accepted, right? Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next problem of the Leetcode. Thank you. Bye.